Hey, what up, everybody? This is Stevie Breech coming to you. I've been doing a lot of thinking about next year's Wrestlemania. I think a lot of people have been doing a lot of thinking with the news coming out about The Rock and G.I. Joe, and about him not really being easily available for Monday Night Raw. I'm not saying that he's not going to be able to make it. I mean, you saw that when he was filming G.I. Joe, he was able to, basically work around the clock where he filmed G.I. Joe during the day, flew all the way to Monday Night Raw on the other side of the country, did his stuff on Monday Night Raw, got right back on a plane and flew right back to work the next day at G.I. Joe, basically not disrupting the movie or anything like that. But this is basically for the wrap up of the movie when they're trying to just get him on TV shows, making appearances on Jay Leno, Conan O'Brien, so on and so on. Other shows, Jimmy Fallon. That's one of my favorites that I don't get to watch as much anymore. If we're talking about late night TV, I think he's about the funniest that's out there. I know a lot of people like Craig Ferguson, who's on at the same time, but I'm a Jimmy Fallon kind of guy. But basically, what are they gonna do if they don't have The Rock to make those appearances? I think a lot of people were really surprised that The Rock was on hand week after week after week for the WrestleMania push. Monday Night Raw, he was there, I think, almost every week on the countdown, making like those awesome appearances, like when he was in Boston. He did the Boston Tea Party, and yeah, I think he did like 3 or 4 segments before he was able to be there in the ring later that night. I just think that was a whole lot more than I thought he was going to be able to do. But my dream opponent for The Rock has always been Brock Lesnar. I think that bringing Brock Lesnar and having Rock on the roster at the same time, the memories of the feud of 2002. Um, I would love to have it. I know the rumors that are out there that they say the Undertaker's gonna fight Brock Lesnar, but I don't know. Every time the Undertaker wrestles at WrestleMania, the only thing I'm gonna be thinking is this is his last match, and for him to defeat Lesnar and then Brock Lesnar to disappear and probably go back to the UFC. That's my thoughts that he would do, and the Undertaker to retire and live the rest of his life down in Texas. I don't know, that doesn't make much sense. I think you need somebody to be there after the Undertaker to say that he survived, that last match, even if he didn't win. I don't really ever see Brock Lesnar making any big appearances to the WWE down the road. So the biggest thing that I think that they could do to sort of live off of last year is give John Cena a rematch. It is not my favorite thing to do, but I mean, if you want to have The Rock in the biggest caliber match you could do. Um, I think it is have John Cena out there, have just John Cena run down the same old stuff about how The Rock's not there because The Rock doesn't care about wrestling. I mean, it's going to be easy to say because he hasn't made an appearance since the Monday Night Raw after WrestleMania, and it's been 2 months now, and we haven't seen him, and we're probably not going to see him for a long time. He just wrapped up his movie in Miami, and now he's moving on to make another movie in New Orleans. So he's booked up for another 5 weeks. Rock's even said that he's probably not going to even be around until early next year. Royal Rumble time, Elimination Chamber. He didn't really say pay-per-view names. I was putting those words in his mouth, but I mean that's the biggest things that's coming around. I don't think there's any chance in the world he's going to pop up on WrestleMania. He has to be there sometime before then to build some sort of feud. But I think Cena versus Rock could easily bring a lot of money in. I think that a lot of people would be pissed off that the match from last year was billed as once in a lifetime, but now it is going as twice. But you can easily put a tagline on there, something like "too big for once in a lifetime" or "we need to get all the money out of your pocket we can get in one fell swoop." But Rock and Cena, that's my failed thing in the back of my mind that there's a chance that The Rock might pick somebody off the roster that's not even a main eventer and make them that night. But that's a big gamble for WB to put him in that sort of a slot. I can go back and think of when Randy Orton was sort of a mid card guy and The Rock put him over. They didn't really have a feud. It was only a one night thing on Monday Night Raw, but they went back and forth. And that's honestly when I took my biggest notice in Orton and I said, this guy's going to be something. And then he went on to be something and bored the hell out of me. But I don't know who that guy is. But, The Rock picks and chooses times to put people over on Twitter. I don't know if he'd actually put him over on WrestleMania. But do you think The Rock would go out and pick somebody as a mid-carder to feud with at WrestleMania, seeing how he's not going to be there? I don't think so. I just think he's going to go after that easy money with Cena. But you guys let me know. Thank you.